I don't know.
We're locked in.
It looks like the wall is made of Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Alright, the first thing you might notice when you come into the cave is the temperature. Mark Twain Cave is a year-round 52 degrees. Warm in the winter, cool in the summer. And if you look up and all around you, you will see lithographic or Louisiana limestone. Now this limestone stretches from here to Louisiana, Missouri. It's about a 30-mile stretch. And right under this lip right here, you will see it's a lot darker than it is all up here. That's because we've actually sandblasted all of this for your convenience so you can see what it was like when explorers first came into the cave. The dark residue on the bottom half is from people going through here with lanterns and torches. And then right up here, you will see these little deposits. Now these are actually called calcite nodules. When explorers first came into the cave, they thought they were diamond or quartz. So they would chip pieces off and take them to the local jeweler. But once they got there, they were pretty disappointed because of the moss scale for diamond being a 10. These are about a 2.5. So they're about as hard as your thumbnail and worth just as much. And right up here one last time, you see this nice long crack in our ceiling. This is actually called the lifeline. You'll see it wherever we go. This is where water dropped through a process called solution that formed the cave wall. And now I'm getting ready to go back and we'll be going this way. Now everyone knows that Missouri is known as the show-me state, but not everyone knows that it's also known as the cave state. Missouri has 6,400 caves. Of those, 22 are show caves, and of the 22, 17 make reference to Jesse James. Now, we don't want to be left off that list, except for one exception. We actually have proof. Now, we don't know for sure that Jesse James and his gang would hide out right here, but we do think it'd be a very ideal spot because there are 3 exits. It can hold 6 to 8 people, which is how many he had in his gang. And then way down that passageway is the discovery entrance. They could just place someone there, and if the sheriff came, he could run down this way, warn the others, and they could all scatter throughout the cave.
Oh no, I'm lost.
And next, we'll be going through the lemon squeeze, otherwise known as Batman's Misery. It is 17 inches.
Oh, I thought it said Batman. Look, someone wrote something up there. And up there.
Yeah.
Whoa. How did they even reach up there? I know, they must have climbed on the rocks or something.
And now we are going through Autograph Alley, and if you look up, you can very easily see why. There are thousands and thousands of signatures here at Mark Twain Cave. We started counting and stopped at about 250,000. Now, prior to 1972, you were actually encouraged to write your name on the cave wall. But in 1972, this cave, as well as Cameron Cave, became national natural landmarks. So now if you deface either cave in any way, you have to pay a large fine and spend time with our local sheriff. And down here on your right, you will see the post office. From the Adventures of Tom Sawyer, this is where Tom and Betsy will leave love notes to each other.
If you wrote on the walls. Have some fun time with Mr. Sheriff.
I don't know. That's cool. Looks like a post office to me.
The dark parts are the scary parts.
Yeah.
They're still writing down here. Yeah. And it's still going on. It looks like blood. I don't know what's down in there. Bright light. Bright light. Whoa, there's a downhill part.
Alright, now we are in Grand Avenue. This is the widest and longest passage we have here in the cave. It stretches a fourth of a mile that way and a fourth of a mile that way. We are also at our deepest point in the cave. We are 250 feet underground. Now, as you guys have noticed, we really haven't gone down at all, which is the hill is rising above us. And then right up here, you will see these big black spots. Now, like the alligator, us touching it and the pressure and oil from our skin and leaving that residue. It's kind of the same thing, but with bats. Bats used to get up here, piggyback off one another, creating a chandelier-type formation sometimes. And right up here to your left, you will see the signature C.E. Tucker. Now, C.E. Tucker, he claimed to be a relative of Jesse James. He also claimed to have been horses for him while he was hiding out here in the cave. Now, we don't know for sure if either of these things are true, but we do know one thing. Out of the 260 passages here, his name is found over 250 times. So it gives new meaning to the phrase being all tuckered out. And now we are at the parlor room. This is the one exception to the no climbing on the rocks rule. So you can have a seat wherever you would like.
Yay. Wait, is she really telling the truth? Whoa, almost slipped. Ooh, there's like a butthole place. Or a butt. Ooh, it's a little cold. I think I'm sitting on some people. Names.
And like I said before, now we're in the parlor room. And just like any good parlor room should, ours is fully furnished. Right here, I'm sitting on this super sofa. Down here we have the love seat. Behind the love seat we have the bookshelf. And over here we have our grand piano. Does anybody know what kind of music our grand piano plays?
Rock music.
Mozart.
No, rock music. Anybody
Very
know what
good.
band? The Rolling Stones. All right, now I'm going to continue that story about Tom and Becky. Now, Tom and Becky, they came through here trying to escape the bats. And Becky, she was cold and tired and hungry, and she just wanted to go home. So Tommy sat her down right here. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a piece of cake from the picnic. Told her it was a wedding cake. Now, this helped a little, but she was still crying, so Tommy took her hands and said 3 little words that guys just don't say that often. Anybody know what those 3 words were?
Please don't cry.
No? Any more guesses? He said, "We are lost." That made her cry even harder, and Tom knew he had to do something, so he reached back into his pocket, he pulled out a piece of kite string, he tied it around her little finger, and he went off this way. He said, "Becky, if anything happens, just pull on that string and I'll come running." So he made his way up this way, and he couldn't see anything, and he came to a drop-off. Now, he didn't know if the drop-off was 3 feet or 30 feet. He just didn't want to take a chance. And it was about then that he heard footsteps and saw a light coming from the passage. He thought it was a search party. He started jumping up and down, screaming, trying to get their attention, because he wanted to get out of the cave. But as the figure came closer, he realized who it was. It was Injun Joe. Now, just a few weeks earlier, Tom had testified against Injun Joe in the murder trial of Doc Robinson. Injun Joe had leaped at the second-story window, screaming, "Tom, I'm going to get revenge on you." And Tom didn't want to find out what that revenge was. So he ran down this way, grabbed Becky, and they took their chances with the bats. Now, Injun Joe, hearing all this commotion, he thought it was a search party coming after him, and he didn't want to go back to jail. So he threw down his torch, he kindled the flame, and he ran in the opposite direction. And that's the way we're going to go. And right here, we have the only paid advertisement inside the cave. It reads, "Star Brand Shoes are better. Sold by Robertson Johnson and Rand Shoe Company, St. Louis." Now, this company actually went bankrupt a few years later after spending too much money on advertising. And now we are in the treasure room. One day, Tom and Huck, they were playing in an old haunted house. And they heard something downstairs, so they both looked through a knothole. They saw Injun Joe and Muff Potter. Now, Injun Joe and Muff Potter, they were talking about a treasure they had hid under the cross in room number 2. So Tom and Huck, being little boys, they want to get rich quick. They went all over the town looking for crosses, room number 2, but they couldn't find anything. Until one day they were playing in the cave, and they happened to look up. They saw where the lifeline crossed. So they figured that this must be number 1, and down that hole right there must be room number 2. And they were right. Tom and Huck found $12,000 worth of gold coins. But being the good little boys they were, they turned in to Judge Thatcher. Judge Thatcher tried to find the rightful owner, but when he couldn't, he gave every day until they turned 18. And right down that hole right there, you will see a treasure box. There's a little myth about that treasure box. They think if you throw in a coin, make it in the box, you'll get 100 years of good luck. But if you throw in a coin and miss the box, you'll get 100 years of bad luck.
Make it in a box.
Oh no!
Did it go in?
No. That's not good.
I don't know. Well, you didn't even hit. Yeah.
I hit the side of the box.
That still works. Let's look at the good luck.
I hit the side of the box, so
You touched it.
yeah. So I mean, maybe I'll have 50 or 25 or something.
Now this does conclude your tour, Mark Twain Cave. We have a couple more twists and turns, and we'll be out.
No, I don't want it to be over. Pickled pig's feet. Yum. I liked the tour. Oh, there's another one of those rock things. Be careful, it's very swervy and there's some ditches. Looks like sand.
Sorry.
She said careful? I didn't hear her say that. Keep going or we're going to lose them. They went to the left. Left, Dad, left. Oh my gosh. No, this way, Carter.
Yeah, it's a good thing I ran today.
Oh. And a boring old cave. Or tunnel.
Civilization.